Alright, just got over a little bout of sickness here, so sorry I was MIA for a couple days. But as promised, I'm going to go ahead and show you my stretching routine that I've been using for flexibility. I feel like this has really helped me with injury prevention. My hamstrings and lower back tend to get tight really easily, so this has helped me loosen those areas up, keep them more flexible, so when I'm doing exercises like squats and deadlifts, there's not as much tightness or pain. And this is also very helpful for me when it comes to posing. So when I do my posing routine on the Arnold Classic stage, I'll be able to transfer more gracefully and more smoothly from pose to pose, and be able to hit some of the poses that involve a little bit more flexibility. Especially in classic physique, there's a lot of ground poses that you can incorporate, but with really tight hamstrings and adductors, it's much harder. So I always start off, because my hamstrings and lower back are really tight, I always start off with a hamstring stretch. So if my wife is home, I'll have her just go ahead and raise my leg and hold it for a hamstring stretch about 30 seconds to 1 minute. If she's at work, what I'll do is I will find a corner to the house that I can lie down beside. And then I'm going to position myself so my hip is right in line with the corner of the wall. If you're less flexible, you can scoot back to start and then adjust as needed forward. So I just bring my leg up against the corner of the wall there. Other leg is straight out in front of me, and then just lying back and breathing into the stretch. So I'll hold this position for 30 seconds to a minute. As I feel the hamstring loosen up, I'll gradually straighten the leg even more or slide slightly forward to intensify the stretch. This leg will also drop down towards the ground as the hip flexor releases and this hamstring loosens up. So this is a very effective stretch for the hamstring. It'll get my lower back loosened up as well, so you'll see in just a second when I go into my lower back stretch, that will be much more effective. So once this hamstring's completely released and I can feel the muscle not trying to contract against the resistance anymore, I can feel that gravity is pulling the pooled stagnant blood out of the muscle down and circulating fresh new blood in the area. So now that the hamstring is stretched out and the lower back is loosened up a little bit, I'm going to take this same leg that I had up there. I'm going to take the opposite arm, bending the knee, and I'm going to pull across my body, getting a twisting with the hips. So this will release the hips. It will stretch out the lower back. A lot of times I can get a few pops out of my back, that chiropractic there. And this is also a good glute stretch as well. So I'll hold this position for 30 seconds to a minute until I can feel that hip starting to loosen up. Do a hip flexor stretch. So what I'm going to do is, we're sticking with the right leg here. So I'm going to take the right leg, extend out in front of me, so I'm kneeling on my left leg, body up nice and tall, chest up nice and tall, rib cage up, and I'm going to slowly shift forward, feeling a stretch coming across that left hip flexor. And I'll come down and hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. Once I feel it released, I'll push forward even slightly more. Again, holding that for 20 to 30 seconds. Making sure to breathe throughout the entire motion, making sure posture is tall. You never want to slump forward. You never want to exaggerate and lean way back. Keep your body nice and straight. And good stretch on that hip flexor. So if you look from a slightly lower angle here, you'll see that my legs are roughly 90 degrees at the start. I'm just coming forward, stretching that back leg down as close to the ground as I can. Feet are going to be pressed together, so you're forming a diamond with your legs, and then just resting your elbows on the inside of your knees. You're going to push down until you get a good stretch on the inner thighs or the adductors. So I'll hold this position for another 30 to 60 seconds or so, making sure to breathe through it, and then we'll do the same thing on the other leg. So I like to do all my stretches on the one side first, and then I'll switch and do the other side as well. It just helps me focus on really releasing that one leg and how each stretch translates into the next. So that's my stretching routine. It's really helped me out. All in all, it takes between 5 and 10 minutes at the most. You can do this while you're watching TV or just chilling. So I highly encourage you to work on your flexibility. If you don't already, it's helped me out tremendously. And as annoying as it is sometimes and as not fun as it is, it's very, very important. So give this stretching routine a try. Feel free to incorporate some added stretches if you feel tightness anywhere else. This was leg day, so this is my leg stretching routine. There's also an upper body stretching routine I do, so I'll show that to you guys in a later video. But thanks for watching, everybody. This is Noah the Fox, and this is the road to the Arnold.